It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Wizards in Washington. Well, it was the Wizards winning their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. They're hoping to pick up their first win of this season's series tonight. The last two times they faced this squad, they could not get it done.
Washington, D.C. The Wizards playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Verizon Center. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at Chicago. They're one of the top flight teams in the league with the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
You know what? They're almost perfect in their approach right now. I mean, mentally, physically, strategically, everything seems to have fallen into place. They're bound to hit a bump at some point in the road, but right now, everything is all systems go.
Yeah, you're right on top of it, Greg. It's hard to find fault with the way they've been playing at the moment. I mean, their confidence level continues to rise and grow with every win, and you can not only see it, but I think it's palpable. You can feel it.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Drummond. Young is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's J.R. Smith, and it's Rose in at the point. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the night.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
And for the last 3 seasons, what a talented young backcourt John Wall and Bradley Beal have become. Wall drafted first overall, Beal third in different drafts. A little lottery luck, if you will, and great scouting of these two.
Now here's the name. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. Here we go, one-on-one. And it's Smith missing. On defense, the Bulls. Clark getting back to Wall and Beal. They really complemented each other perfectly over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, you look at some of the great backcourts of any age over that time, and Wall and Beal right there with them. And it's good to be so young and talented, that's for sure.
For the Washington Wizards, they won their last contest, that game against the Detroit Pistons.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
And that one's good. Rose has got his first points of the night.
He's just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now the dish to Nene. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And Gortat with the stuff.
Elevates and powers in the one hand.
Ah, textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
Outside Rose. Now the feed to Gasol. From 12 feet out. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Takes the 13-footer. Gortat misses.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Drummond. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny.
Whoa!
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
Young pass to Gasol. Screen by Young. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Gortat. Lets it fly. Rose gets the bucket. Rose has got his second basket of the game.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And here's Wall. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Wall's got 5 points so far. Outside Rose. The pass to Gasol. Baseline try. Beal pulls it in. Washington's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball wide open. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Wall with another miss. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Rose against Wall. And it's Rose penetrating, and the shot is good. He's got 6.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, and you know what's going to happen, there are going to be points put on the board.
17-foot shot on the way. That's good. And that's now 7 points for John Wall.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked the one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crosser.
Wall against Rose. No good. Wall with some nice defense. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Raptors.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does.
That one misses for Wall.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All these extra things from his position that really add up.
Bulls trail by 4. Rose kicks to Smith. Pass to Drummond. Young against Dudley. Young dishes to Rose. Lock at 6. Gortat with the defensive effort.
You know, guys, for Wall, the one thing he's still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from 3. But even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
And Rose drops them both. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway. Smith.
Wall with some nice defense.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. It's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Nene. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Smith, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Derrick Rose. Now, here is Mirotic. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Clarkson. Wall grabs the board. Wall's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, just take a look at what Wall's done tonight. He already has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Gary Neal's checked in for Washington. And Chicago also making a switch. Snell's checked in. And so John Wall nails both of them. Bulls trail by 6. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
One player on his mind in this matchup is John Wall and the spark he can provide on both ends of the court. He said that John Wall just has a knack for making big plays. His defensive abilities allow him to get strip steals and turn them into easy opportunities on the opposite end of the floor. We don't want him taking over the game on the defensive end. Guys?
All right, Doris. The Wizards shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And Washington making a change here. Sessions is checked in. Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his cousins also won state championships, although Otto is the only one in the family to reach the NBA.
Mirotic gets the bucket. Washington leading now by 7. And Sessions kicks it up inside. Neal's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here's the screen, and Sessions kicks it up. Here's Neal. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Porter, the shot's good. Sessions making him pay. And the Wizards lead by 7. Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Mirotic, the screen. Another one falls for Chicago.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Dishes it to Dudley. Here's Neal. Six on the shot clock. Wide open look. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Now, here is Mirotic. Porter pulls it in. Kicks to Sessions. Passes it to Neal. There's the triple. They grabbed their own miss.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Out to the right wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. And the Bulls, another 3.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Wizards with the lead. So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you think.
And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Bulls third.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Oubre's checked in for Jared Dudley. And Sessions kicks to Neal. There's a screen by Gortat. Shot off the pick. Shot's good by Neal. Neal's got his second basket of the night.
And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big, and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
You know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
Splitter against Gortat. Mirotic the screen. Splitter passes to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Porter with the steal. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
.132 left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Sessions. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 to shoot. No good off the front iron.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
58 seconds left to play in the first. Snell, that's good.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
There's a screen by Gortat. Sessions dishes to Oubre. Feeds it to Sessions. For the three. That doesn't go in either for Sessions. Chicago trailing here. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Mirotic kicks to Splitter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one drops. Nene, he's checked in for Washington. And the Bulls making a change also. Prince is checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. Washington with the ball. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and what a gut wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one.
And Greg, typically there's one statistic that jumps out at you when you're looking at what decided a game. And in that one, it was all about the rebounding battle.
1 second left. Tie game in Washington. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is...
When we go out to eat, he gets like 2 meals. You know, like some people eat 1 meal and the second meal you get to go home. He really finished.
You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I would certainly think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. It is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody could scarf up that much food and still hoop.
2 points. Derrick Rose.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, Tayshaun Prince out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Smith in at the 2. Prince's shot is good.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Outside, Wall. off the back rim and in. Wall's got 11.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Rose kicks to Drummond. It's tipped. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Left side, Wall. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Prince. Can't get it to go. Now Washington takes it the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Oubre with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. Shot clock at 5. Beal can't get it to go. Chicago leading. Gasol against Nene. Smith outside. Here's Drummond. Drummond with another miss. The Wizards have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Ball with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Beal, that's for 2. Beal can't get that one to fall.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Smith the pass to Rose. He dishes it to Gasol. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Gasol's.
This sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Nene against Gasol. It's Wall with the drive. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Outside Rose. He feeds it to Gasol. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. I think they're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
For 3, Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And let's check out the stats for Smith. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
Shot from 16. The shot by Nene, no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Rose dishes to Gasol. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And it's Smith again missing. Washington trailing. Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Beal. Nene, right side. Soft touch off the glass. Nene's got his second bucket tonight. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Rose kicks to Drummond. Down low. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got 9.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Washington calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Dudley. Porter comes in for Oubre. And Gary Neal subbed in for Beal. Here's Clarkson. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Gibson with the screen on Wall. Young outside. Mirotic passes to Clarkson. Clock at 4. Splitter with a screen on Gortat. Here's Clarkson. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards have gone 7 of 13 for the field since the start of the second. To the left side wing. And here's Neal outside. And Splitter pulls it down. The Bulls have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Young dishes to Clarkson. Back to Young. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Young's got 5 now. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And Wall kicks to Gortat and stolen by Splitter. Young passes to Clarkson. Can't get it to go. And the Wizards now going the other way. Now Wall. He's got 15. Nene, the screen. Shoots off the screen. Rebounded by Clarkson.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Splitter sets a screen. On its way from Young for 2. Rebound, Washington.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Wall against Young. Wall attacking. There's Neal with the 3. Will not drop. He's shooting 3 for 8 and not happy about it. Clarkson kicks to Gibson. Here's Mirotic. Tries again. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside, Wall. To the paint. Here's Gortat. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 5 here tonight.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Sessions checked in for John Wall. Here's Young. 20 points for him last game against Toronto.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
And Gibson kicks to Mirotic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Clarkson. And the Bulls with another miss.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
and he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Mirotic, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Mirotic has got 9 points.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
There's a screen by Gortat. Sessions dishes to Gortat. Pass to Neal, lets it go from deep, and he gets it to go. He's got 9.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Washington.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Tony Snell's checked in for Chicago. And he's good on the second. So it's Washington now. 1:21 left in the first half of the game. And stolen by Splitter. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered by Sessions. Clarkson kicks to Splitter. 11 feet out, and he hits it. And the Bulls lead by 1. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And the layup is good. Sessions has got his first 2 points of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And here's Clarkson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. There's the dish to Young. From downtown, the basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And Sessions kicks to Neal. Unloads from 9. The offensive rebound. They shoot again, and there's the nice layup by Gortat. Gortat's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
On its way from Young for 2. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin and Dwayne. A very tight game here. What's the #1 thing you need to do in the second half to try to get out ahead and break this thing open?
Well, #1 is we got to make sure we get in a defensive disposition. You know, right now we're kind of trading buckets. We're anticipating, putting them on the foul line. So we got to play from an anticipatory style of defense, whereas we're not reacting to where they have us on our heels.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He ended up with 15 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you gotta ride them, cowboy.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. And it's Dudley in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Wall again throws. And there's the feed to Young. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Young's got 11 points. Now the Wizards with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Wall. Nene down low. Defended by Drummond. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
Free throw no good for Nene. And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
Gortat, the pass to Wall. Nice D from Rose. Chicago has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Looking now at some numbers for Rose. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 2nd in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And, you know, going back to him being one of the top dime droppers in the league, it's his ability to control the pace of the game and his peripheral vision.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
What a game for Rose. He has 11 points and the 1 steal.
And with the ball in his hands, he's made terrific passes, but also when he's gotten to the line, he's been consistent as well.
Yeah, I like that combination, guys. I mean, going to make your coach happy when you're getting it done in those areas, taking care of the ball, finding your teammates, and then knocking down free throws. Those are winning things.
And he makes both free throws. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Shot from the wing. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. But he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
Talking about Gortat, he was a late 2nd round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few. Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Outside, Wall. Nene up top. Rose against Wall. Gasol with the rebound.
And getting back to Marcin Gortat, his dad was a successful light heavyweight boxer in in Poland, so clearly you see where the toughness comes from. And Marcin's mom was on the Polish national team in volleyball, so you know where the blocking and ball skills come from. I guess we'd have to call him a chip off the old blocks.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Rose goes in. From 10 feet out. Rebound by the Wizards. Nene's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
To the middle. And Gasol sends it back. Young outside. Gasol setting the pick for Young. Rose against Dudley. Outside Rose. 4 on the clock. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And again, no good by Chicago. Outside, Wall. Nene, the screen. Wall attacking. Shoots from 12. The shot by Nene, no good. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Shots good from Young.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and look at the NBA's best rebounding teams for this last month. Number 1, the Bulls.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
And the Wizards making a change here. Oubre's checked in, and the Bulls making a change here as well. Mirotic is checked in for Nick Young. Now the pass to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. Drummond working against Gortat. It's Wall with the drive. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Wizards?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
And the shot is good. 6 points for Andre Drummond.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Beal dishes to Gortat. From the wing. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
For Chicago, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Some good numbers for Gasol. He has 9 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
And the Bulls making a change here. Prince is checked in. And he can't hit the second.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Looking over there at Greg, he's enjoying every second of it.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Shot clock at 3. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 6 points here for Beal.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
There's the screen. Smith for 3. The shot is off. Now Washington takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Smith against Wall. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Ball against Rose. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Rose. Rebound, Washington.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Oubre kicks the wall. And Gasol sends it back. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Smith. Prince has got his second basket of the night. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Bulls?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Mirotic. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Beal the pass to Gortat. Gasol with the steal. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Poked away. It's stolen by Wall. And Beal kicks to Oubre. Good work defensively by Smith.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Now here's Rose. 14 points for him. From deep. Smith, no luck.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
They get it again, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Tayshaun Prince. For Washington, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Wizards. Gary Neal comes in for Beal. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Splitters checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Tayshaun Prince. Tony Snell's checked in for Smith. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Rose. And so Wall nails both of them. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Clarkson with the ball. Out to the right wing. Here's Mirotic. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
That free throw, no good.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
Sessions checked in for the Wizards. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Splitter kicks to Gibson. Here's Clarkson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Sessions dishes to Oubre. There's a screen. Sessions against Mirotic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Neal. And that one hits back iron.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
To break that ice-cold streak, and he lays it up and in. Neal's got 11. The Bulls leading by 3. Now Clarkson pass to Splitter, and the layup's good off the glass. Splitter's got his second basket.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
There's a screen by Gortat. Dishes to Porter. Shoots off the screen. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. He's got 5.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job with the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And here's Splitter. 6 points for him. Here's Snell. Gortat with the rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Sessions passes to Neal. There's a screen by Gortat to tie, and that's good. Barry Neal for 3. Neal's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Clarkson kicks to Mirotic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And he gets it to go. Mirotic has got 15.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here is Sessions taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Oubre dishes to Sessions. Kicks to Oubre. There's Porter with the 3. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Snell. Now, here's Clarkson. Got it off in time, but it's no good. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Bulls lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Chicago leading on the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. We've got Nick Young. Andre Drummond is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Smith, and it's Rose in at the point guard position. And it's blocked. Possessions against Smith. Dudley with a screen on Drummond. Here's Neal, defended by Drummond. Shots good by Neal.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Rose with the ball. Rose double teamed. Layup off the pick.
2 points.
And it's laid in by Gibson. And the Bulls lead by 2. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now Sessions feeds it to Dudley. And here's Porter to the inside. The jump hook, and Washington again with the bucket.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Rose kicks to Young. Down low. Drummond. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Nene kicks to Neal. Nene, the screen, and there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
For the Wizards, Beal comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's John Wall in for Sessions. And the Bulls making a change also. Pau Gasol is checked in for Taj Gibson. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. They set the pick. Nene kicks to Neal. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Young. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game. Wizards trailed by 4. Outside, Wall. Nene with the screen on Rose. Wall attacking. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
First free throw is good.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
And so Wall nails both of them.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Neal passes to Wall. Nene setting the pick for Wall. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gortat's checked in for Gary Neal. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and it's Gortat finishing it off.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
The Wizards have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Wall Dishes to Dudley. So they take the lead. And the Wizards lead by 2. So it's Chicago now. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. It'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Screened by Smith. Drummond with a screen on Beal. Here's Smith, plenty of space. And the Bulls with another miss. The Wizards have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Beal, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
There's a screen. Drummond with a screen on Dudley. Young from outside. And again, no good by Chicago.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Nene kicks to Beal. Shoots. Rebound by the Bulls. Rose has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And that is good.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Ball against Rose. And Wall kicks to Gortat. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Gortat's got 4 points this quarter. Pass to Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's 11 points for Pau Gasol.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Washington calls timeout. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season. Seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Rose passes to Smith. Shot clock at 6. To take the lead. Misses off the left iron.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. Because he can't get anything to fall this half.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Rose goes in, and he slams that one down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Drummond a screen, and Young now top of the key. That's good. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
The dish to Gortat. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's.
Unrated one. Bulls foul ball. Unrated one. That's his fifth personal foul. At the line for your Wizards, Nene. At the line for two. Timeout for the Bulls. Ladies and gentlemen, rising second, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
finish. What a remarkable way to close it out. Game time.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Pau, congratulations on the win here. How satisfying is this victory for you and the team?
It's satisfying just because we got another great win. And the way we've been playing lately, I think it's just been great, and we just got to keep the momentum going.
Wins help the confidence, Pau. Congratulations. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. What are your thoughts, Shaq, on his game tonight?
Well, just look at his assists. I mean, that tells the story for the game right there. He was seeing the court so well, always seeming to make the right decision. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.